Welcome back everyone to the Taiko World Cup 2024. The round of 32 with South Korea, the number 3rd seed, versus Czechia, the number 30 seed. Quite a tough matchup for Czechia, but we have seen some interesting single points happening this weekend, so I'm sure we can put up a fight. Joining me, Enwolf, is Yongin. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing great. I am just a little bit upset that I need to go against Thailand next week, which they performed phenomenally for their seedings. Like really good job for them, and especially achieving like average 99% in some of the maps. So maybe this one will have the same effect that Czechia may be able to perform something that we won't expect it.
Indeed. Like, there were so many close maps in that last match, it was insane. Like, the end result does not reflect how the match went. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it was even like 500 score difference on the last map. I do believe it's all due to finishes. But hopefully this one will be as close as last one. But Czechia does have a very rough match against the 4th place from last year. But this year they have Peaceful back, which I would say definitely one of their biggest players for now. And once again, Nomad1 being banned out from South Korea, and with your map, it's gone again.
Yeah, but it makes sense. It's this kind of matchup. Just we've seen how Nomad1 went this weekend, and I can absolutely understand if you're the higher seed and don't want to risk losing a point to that. Because that happened earlier today in China versus Mexico. And obviously Hidden One is also banned. The 2 most banned maps banned in the match. What are the odds?
Again, has been the same maps being banned over and over and over again. So we're not going to be seeing Nomad1 and our custom song Hidden One as well this match. So we'll see what Czechia decided to go for the first pick. I do believe they have 2 really decent players. It's Maro and Spinnerson. These 2 players are definitely capable of playing this pool for sure. Not too sure about the 3rd actually, but he has been performing decent and solid enough for them to qualify last weekend. But yeah, even though this map is easier against South Korea, it's just gonna be a very tall order. And honestly, I have no idea what they want to go for. Maybe outside of Fremont1, that they will have at least pretty decent scores.
They started with Hard Rock 1, and I think that makes sense. They had Hard Rock was one of their better qualifier scores, and against South Korea especially, I would avoid Raymond with a 10-foot pole. Like, their Hidden Hard Rock is unbeatable at this stage.
That too. But I would say that actually, compared to previous few years, I do believe they are missing quite a bit of really strong players on Hidden Hard Rock. So we might see some little bit of at least beatable Hidden Hard Rock on the Fremont pool, but we'll see if it actually gets picked. Instead, we're gonna get into the easiest map in the pool in Mechanics. Hard Rock 1, Yosakura Blades. This map really comes down to the 1-6, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't been seeing that many misses on the 1-6, and it has been a 6-way FCs in a lot of the matches. So we're gonna see our roster right here. Peaceful, Jonah, and Ayan. So a pretty, I would say, South Korea not going for the usual strongest roster, like Olo, Peaceful on Hard Rock pick. So we wanna let their newer players show up quite a bit. And so far, Jonah is not doing too well in terms of accuracy. And the other side, we have Spinnerson, It's Maro, and Grill Roasted. So should be the main 3 player for the Czechia on quite a bit of maps.
Indeed, and we see Czechia actually has an early accuracy lead, despite Peaceful's double S. And adding like twice the amount of nodes to the map.
Yeah, the map is just too knockdowns for him, and he wanna warm with his fingers. Look at him go. Alright, into the slow session. Jonah is still dropping a lot of 100s. Jonah is a really good hidden hard rock player usually, but he is not known for his accuracy. So, I'm kind of surprised that they let him play a hard rock one. But I guess they want to let some of their quote-unquote weaker players on the team to show up, and they are still able to hold on the lead. But Real Roasted, Spinson, and Itzmaro is right behind them and ready to take a point for Czechia on the first pick.
The lead has grown a bit in that KI section, but it will come down to that 1-6 burst you mentioned, which is coming up soon.
Yep, we're into the final KI. This is the easiest section to find misses, but once again, no one finds a miss on the awkward 1-6. We'll have one more harder one. It's Maro going to be the one to find the break, and that's going to be the first point of South Korea. A break point to start the match.
But a good effort.
Really good effort. The third player of Czechia, Real Roasted, is actually performing better than the usual two-man roster about a few years ago. Spinnerson and Itzmaro, so definitely a huge show up for Real Roasted. Give some props. On the other side, we have Peaceful with your usual double S, a really strong player, one of the best tournament player in all time. And some two new players also with a very nice FC, Ion and Jonah. Jonah's accuracy is quite questionable on that pick, but he's still able to hold on against Spinnerson on that.
We'll see where they will go for our next pick, but until then we have South Korea picking. And I will just assume it has to be 3-2.
Yeah. I do believe 3-2 is also a lot more South Korea favored. If they wanna touch the other team's weakness, they will go for the hidden pool. I'm not too sure would they actually go for that though, because we have been seeing some very huge seed difference teams throughout this weekend that they decided to not pick other teams' weakness, but nope. South Korea still did it anyway. They picked hidden too. They are not getting any chance.
The incredibly difficult to grasp map with its BPM change, snap changes, slider velocity changes. Everything that can change will change.
Yeah, a lot of weird reference on this map, so really test players with some sense on this pick. And I gotta say, I'm not seeing Czechia able to perform super well on this pick, especially hidden is. I would say they do not have a 3-man roster on the HD picks. Itzmaro should be performing fine, and maybe even able to title some players on the South Korean team. We'll see. So this is Spinnerson performing decently so far in the map, but like I said, Czechia just have the third player roster issue on the XG picks. Real Roaster is having a C rank for now. He should be able to get back a little bit of accuracy after the map starts get to the speedier session. But for now, he's going to be struggling quite a lot.
Meanwhile, on the Korean side, we just have Peaceful holding the double S again, and Pukaruset and Ion hold it at 99% accuracy. And even as a higher seeded team, at this point, you can't really do much about South Korea's score.
Yeah. this week so far we have only seen, I believe it was Super SSS or KK Negative get to 100 so far, so we haven't seen a double S on this yet. He will maybe the one to achieve that. He is going for it for the Otto FC for now. But both players on the South Korean teams, the other two players are still doing quite good on this pick. Pocari with a 99.58. Pocari is definitely a more HD type of a player rather than HR type. He's showing up on this pick. And Ayaeon, despite being quite new to, not quite new, but like new to the Taiko World Cup team for South Korea, still getting a 99% on this pick, performing better than last pick, which is kind of surprising, as I would say the hidden pick of this pool is definitely way harder than the Hard Rocks.
Pocari said does find a drop near the end, but it looks like Peaceful is going to get that double S. What a performance!
And that's the double S we will see. The first one of this map. Actually impressive. And really good score from Ayaeon as well. And also really good score from Itzmaro. Itzmaro is actually, I would say he's definitely an HD main. And I've seen him in some other community tournaments before that his hidden on rhythm heavy picks are very impressive. Basically achieving the same score as Pocari, but the difference is that he missed in the middle compared to Pocari missing nearly at the ending. And Grill Roasted at least able to pass the map with 500,000 points, so props to him. He probably did not expect to even pass the map. So at least that's a passing effort for Czechia. Now they will have the next pick, and they should be picking something that's more their forte.
I wonder if they're just going for normal too, considering that Hard Rock 1 was close at points. And I think maybe doubling down on that could go in their favor. If instead of their team, South Korea finds a single drop in the map.
Yeah, I do believe that's a good shot, especially I would say the weaker teams have been, weaker seeded teams, lower seeded teams have been showing up really nice scores on the no mod 2 picks. Especially the map being a bit easy in terms of mechanics compared to other picks as well. So it should be a good pick to go for. And Czechia should be also do good on the speed maps. As I would say, their third player. Yeah, as I do believe their third player is also a speed player. And they're gonna go for that. And we're gonna see a swap in, Emily, which is known as CMJ, by the way, that's actually his name, CMJ by the way, before. And he's definitely quite a decent speed player. And he is in for the Czechia, a new addition to the Czechia roster this year.
Yeah, she's been playing a few of the qualifier maps as well, mostly the speed ones and the gimmick.
Yep, this map is just your usual 260 BPM, 260 BPM speed maps. A lot of bursts as well. Some longer mono bursts could easily make the player find breaks left and right. And we're starting soon. Let's see how the Czechia team were able to match up against South Korea on this pick. Once again, I would say they are going with a little bit weaker roster compared to usual. We don't have their usual speed player Labi on this pick. Instead, they will have Pocari and Ayaeon, which Ayaeon is the speed player. I would say even third or fourth speed player for the South Korean team. Let's see how he performs on this pick as well.
So far so good. Itzmaro already found a drop, and so does Spinner Song.
And the speed player for the Czechia team still holding an FT. Emily, she's doing really well so far on this pick. But unable to match up any players on South Korea because South Korea is just a really good team. Even their fit even if they stop in one of their weaker players, they are still able to perform. It's just the country having a lot of players, and that's their benefits.
Even now, they're just simply a wall with 2 double S's, and I imagine that's a 2 100 score.
I do believe it's 2 100s from Bulgaria as well. So really decisive performance from the South Korean team. Nothing you can do on Czechia's side. And Emily is trying her best. Once again, she's just facing a huge wall, and it's Mauro and Spinnerson picked up their early mistakes, actually get quite high accuracy, but I curse it's Mauro instantly after I mentioned his name. So his combo is gonna be gone once again, and facing 2 double S on South Korea. Let's see, can they hold on to the final session? And that's it.
Yep, don't want to say too early, but it definitely looks like they can hold the double S.
Yeah, I think they passed the hardest part of the map.
2.2,997,000. Just 2 100s on that team.
Yeah, that's quite.
Something.
That's quite impressive. Emily again with the FC, but just even her 100 counts are. It's already a defeat from Korean team. Korea just showed we are here, we are the 3rd seed, and they don't even let Nabi on the speed pick. Even the filler player Pokari is able to do the job. Impressive performance from South Korea so far. And after that, let's see will they be a little bit mean on their pick again and take Czechia's weakness. I would say they still have no more 4 they could go for, but if they want to be a bit nicer to the other team, I would say they will pick some other normal picks in the pool, and maybe even Hard Rock 2, the easier maps in the pool basically. Or they will show up their 3-way hidden Hard Rock on Dream or 2. Also a chance of a pick for South Korean team.
I wonder if they're avoiding it because they're down the players who would be most comfortable for hidden Hard Rock.
Yeah, maybe. But I do believe Jonah is actually going to be the player who hidden Hard Rock on Dream of 2.
There it
is.
Also, I've just checked, and for this week's statistics sheet, Japan will not have a full number 1 on the maps they played, because South Korea just beat them on number 3.
Not even then, I do believe Shaman actually blocked the stream on number 4, makes them lower than one of the teams in number 4, I do believe. So we're gonna see 3-2 being picked, and as expected, we see Jonah joining in. Basically the hidden Hard Rock player for the South Korean team. And Peaceful should be on Hidden Hard Rock. Pokari usually plays with 1 singular mod on Hidden in community tournaments, but it's the Route 32 map pool, a bit easier than usual, so he might still put on the Hidden Hard Rock. On the other side, Czechia, Ismaro should be able to match up against the Hidden Hard Rock battle. Not too sure about the rest of the 2 players, but Real Roster is most likely not going to be touching Hidden at all in this map.
Yeah, it's going to be a question of, are they confident or comfortable at all with a mod of this map, or do they just want to get a good full combo no mod and hope that South Korea
drops?
Just drops at one of the more over. Oh, we have only a single mod advantage.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Pokari really going for the hit HD. Usually he is more an HG player only rather than Hidden Hard Rock, so I thought he would still go for Hidden Hard Rock at this stage, but I guess he would just go for the more safer approach on Hidden. Like, respectable for Hidden only, because I would say the slow part of this map with Hidden, the slowdown with this map of Hidden is actually quite rough if you don't have the Hard Rock to boost you for some boost the SP for some players. Spinnerson and Grill Roaster will just go for the singular Hard Rock pick, Hard Rock mod, as expected. And it's Maro going for Hidden Hard Rock, so far performing better than Jonah, because Jonah once again dropping a lot of accuracy, makes this map so far pretty close. And that miss from It's Maro gonna give South Korea a bit of a lead.
Yeah, we have accuracy and combo on their side, and the mode advantage as well, and the increasingly larger score gap is showing that at the moment.
Yeah, but funny thing is that even with that miss from It's Maro, he's still performing better than both. Not both, but just Jonah for now. And I do believe he should be able to overtake Pokari if he's able to hold on. And the rest of the two players from Czechia still with the FC, so they're still ready to take a pawn to take some advantage if the South Korean members does drop a break or the speed up session.
Everyone holds on for now.
There will be a slowdown in BPM chain, which is very easy to drop 100 counts right here. You see Jonah once again dropping down accuracy quite a bit, and the speed up comes in and fights It's Maro instantly. And now Jonah should be overtaking It's Maro in terms of score. He's gonna go even quicker on the doublet session. Maybe even a challenge for the Hard Rock players as Spinnerson finds a break. And it wasn't over.
With your full comp on Czechia side.
If it wasn't over, let's show that right here. Once again, Grill roasted with the FC pressure mark, maybe an FC at the end, showing up. Even new to the Czechia roster, still doing very good jobs in maps this year. Not even showing a lot of nerves, so definitely props to him again with the FC achieving 1 million score. But South Korea just with the free-way FC once again, piece with only 400 on this pick with the Hidden Hard Rock. Jonah with the not so good accuracy, but still an FC on a Hidden Hard Rock with 73 100s, and Pokari with the safe HD 9 100s. A really solid team score once again from South Korea.
Actually getting the second highest score on the team with just Hidden. And it's a match point now, so this is potentially Czechia's final pick. And they are picking number 4 just for the funnies. You don't like to read that if you are hoping for Czechia to get another point.
I mean,
but I respect it.
At least respect them at least showing up to this match against such a rough team, South Korea. Even though I'd say their roster has quite a bit of a change, but their big player Piso is back once again for the Taiko World Cup after the military Korean stuff. So Korean military stuff. So now he's back. It's a really good team for South Korea, and I would say top 8 teams this year. It's just a whole new level compared to the rest in seedings. So against such a strong team, it's really a slim chance for you to even take the match.
That's
but once again, respect for them for trying this match and trying to get a singular point on the Hard Rock pick with almost fair FC.
They're not out yet. This map could be their map. I assume we're going to see Emily swapping in any moment now.
Should be. So this number 4 is not an actual gimmick compared to what we saw in the qualifiers. Qualifiers is also a lot more visual heavy compared to this one. This one I would say requires a bit more of a rhythm on some of the Donkama, which means one color in one scroll speed. So in some sections you will see Dawns in one speed and Cats on the other side of velocity. So it comes at you at a different speed, and it's easy to make players find the drop. And at the ending section we got quite a bit of like offhand SV streams, which are quite trippy to, I would say, lower seeded teams.
Indeed. And oh, we're going to see Grill Roasted.
Alright, I guess the non-visual gimmick, the rhythm gimmick from this week changed a little bit roster for Czechia.
Maybe different kind of pattern difficulty the map possesses as well. With stream you just mentioned being not the easiest.
Yeah. I would say the stream actually gives some lower seeded teams a bit trouble, and we have been seeing a lot of no luck at the ending section, and even some really strong teams like Japan just find breaks on some of those like weird streams at the ending, and into the map instantly we see Real Roasted not handling the slow down stream very well, so it's Maro. They said they picked it for funnies, and I guess we see the reason why.
Yeah.
At least Spinnerson is still holding an FC and actually beating out Jonah for now. So props to him.
Jonah also just found a drop.
Alright, we'll be on to another SV session. Another Donkama. This one is a lot more easier though, because it's slow, but we still see Real Rosa having quite a bit of trouble on this pick.
And we are about to enter the streamy section.
Yep. Still a double S1 Peaceful, 100 from Pokare. This is why if I said if South Korea wants to be mean, then they would just pick Hidden 2 and Number 4 instantly. It just seems like something that South Korea are really strong, really strong, and Czechia's weakness after all. You see, Guru is trying to pass him up. Hopefully he can. He's right in the edge. I do believe the stream is gonna save him from passing them out.
Yeah, these are fairly comfortable to read after the hell that happened right before. And I think Spinnerson getting the full combo for Czechia, while Peaceful's getting the double S for South Korea, and Pokari at a single 100.
Let's not forget Spinnerson actually FC the map, so playing better than Jonah, so at least he did the full points, beating one singular player in South Korea team, which is a tall order still, but he did it anyway, so good job to him. Props to Czechia for FCing, at least getting one FC on number 4. But yes, South Korea is just a tall order for them, and South Korea will be advancing to the round of 16. Winners bracket. GG, well played to both these teams, and they will be facing the 19th seed next week. So it's actually not going to be the 14th seed. They will be facing the upset Netherlands, which upset Russian Federation, and Russian Federation will be facing Czechia next week.
Indeed. Some good matches ahead for next week.
Yeah, Netherlands performed really well yesterday, but so does South Korea today, and South Korea, I would say, they even missed 2 of their members in this match, so they might be hiding even more powers for next week against the Netherlands. And that's going to be the 13 UTC block for now. We will have 3 more matches coming up in an hour and 30 minutes from now on between Great Britain, which is United Kingdom, and Italy. The last extremely big seed difference match, second seed versus the 31st.
Simultaneously also a sort of revenge match from 2020, the last time UK had a dominating team like they do this year, with the difference that the Italian team is actually not there. It's a completely different team. So it's a repeat match for the UK, and it's just not for Italy. I'm still looking forward to it later.
Yeah, we'll see how the new Italian players, the new generation, performs against one of the best teams of this year's Taiko World Cup. After that, we will have Brazil versus Slovakia once again, like 2 hours after the United Kingdom versus Italy match. And we will have, finishing off with Germany versus Argentina, very close in terms of seeding, so don't miss that one. And I do believe right after the match we will have a map pool showcase for the round of 16 map pools, so be sure to check out. We might see some new customs on this week, question mark. It's gonna be a hype one. So I believe that's all from us for now. We'll be taking a break and should be turning off stream. So thanks for casting with me and Wolf.
Thank you, Jongen. And see you later, everyone.
Yep, see you in 90 minutes.